Hey everyone, Tanner Bell here from makersgonnalearn.com, your digital die cutting community sharing with you everything you need to know about mastering your die cutting machine. In today's video, I'm sharing with you exactly our thoughts on if the Cricut Maker is truly worth the price. In today's video, we're going to share with you everything you need to know about the Cricut Maker and if it's going to be worth the additional $140 to $150 additional investment from the Cricut Explore Air 2. So if you're excited, let's go ahead and get started. First things first, you're going to notice that the Cricut Maker is the top of the line machine as of February of 2021. This is the best, the most expensive machine Cricut provides, and they do not hold back when it comes to that compared to the Explore Air 2. What we found with the additional tools that the Cricut Maker has came out with is that they're just simply not as reliable as the fine point blade. That means that they're going to cause a little bit more issues as they're cutting more delicate and intricate items. For example, the rotary blade can sometimes not be detected. The knife blade on occasion will have times being connected and actually using it. But in addition, we found that the cut quality sometimes will cause issues and could snap your material, could not give accurate cuts, and so on and so forth. But that does not mean that we necessarily would say not to invest in it. We just want you to be aware that these additional features will take some extra time to work through and perfect it, unlike the fine point blade. I truly believe that with the fine point blade in the Cricut Maker or even the Explore Air 2, it's very simple to operate. There's no extra troubleshooting. It's put in the machine and it's ready to cut amazing things like vinyl, cardstock, and iron-on. If you're anything like me, you may suffer from a little FOMO, fear of missing out. What I love about having a Cricut Maker is that there's new adaptive tools coming out constantly for the Cricut Maker. You can see that Cricut is pouring a lot of energy into perfecting this machine and coming out with new tools that will definitely serve you. So for the additional investment of $140 to $150 we found is the different price point of the Cricut Explore Air 2 to the Cricut Maker, you are going to be in the loop with the most up-to-date machine and have the ability to not hold yourself back from any of the new tools they're coming out with. If they come out with an amazing debossing blade like they have, for all of the different tools that they have for this machine, you're going to have the ability to purchase those, but for an additional cost. Every single additional adaptive tool could be from $40 to $60 or so for every additional adaptive tool. So you just want to be aware of that and make sure that if you want to be in the know with all of these new adaptive tools, that the Cricut Maker may be worth the additional investment. Now, some may say if you're only using cardstock, vinyl, and iron-on, and right now you can 100% confidently say that that's all you're going to do, I would personally recommend a Cricut Explore Air 2. You can find them on sale for a really great deal. You're going to have amazing cut quality, and a lot of others also agree that it is a really quality machine. Now, if you're going to look for a reason to justify upgrading and spending that additional cash on the Cricut Maker, you do want to be made aware that it is a heavier machine. To have that 10 times cutting ability, you're going to find that it is heavier. So if you are having to put your Cricut on a shelf, if you're having to lift it often around your house, take it places, and you know you're only cutting things with that fine point blade, maybe you would want to have a Cricut Explore Air 2 as it's almost half the weight of a Cricut Maker. So we've touched on, do you suffer from the fear of missing out? But have we really sat down and thought about, do I have a desire to work with felt, fabric, wood, chipboard, items like that? If any of those are a yes, I highly recommend going ahead and splurging on the Cricut Maker because those have the adaptive tools to do the best possible job a Cricut can do cutting those materials. You may find yourself struggling to cut those materials with the Cricut Explore Air 2. You will not have the pressure needed or the tools needed to have successful cuts with those materials. So my friends, is it worth the money? Really depends on what you're going to use it for. If you have interest in using the adaptive tools, or honestly, if you even have the small chance that you would want to use adaptive tools, even a few times a month or a few times a year, I highly recommend the Cricut Maker and think, yes, it is worth the money. But who the Cricut Maker is not worth the money for may be card makers, scrapbookers, friends that are just wanting to make t-shirts, card decals, honestly, anything that would fall in just the fine point blade category. I say don't even worry about investing fully into the Cricut Maker, as you only need the Cricut Explore Air 2. So is the Cricut Maker worth the price? It really depends on you. If you have any inkling of desire to work with the adaptive tools and be able to cut things like the chipboard, like the fabric, the felt, things like that, then yes, I highly recommend taking that investment, and the Cricut Maker is truly worth it. There's no other machine on the market that can even touch what this machine right here can do. But if you're someone that is only wanting to cut things like the cardstock, the vinyl, the iron-on, really anything that falls into that fine point blade category, I would highly recommend sticking with an Explore Air 2. You'll have more money to put towards material, and you'll find yourself very content with an Explore Air 2 and truly no desire to even have the adaptive tools. But again, I think the Cricut Maker is definitely worth the investment with the additional adaptive tools, the more pressure, and the abilities that Cricut is going to have with even more adaptive tools that they will be coming out with. So if you're interested in getting a Cricut Maker, I highly want to recommend to use our affiliate links down below. That gives us a small commission at no charge to you, and it supports everything we do here on the YouTube channel. I also want to invite you guys to check out our membership, Maker's Gonna Learn. Believe it or not, it is not just for friends that own a Cricut Maker. It's for any die cutting enthusiast with a die cutting machine that works with digital cut files like PNGs and SVGs. So any Cricut user will have value out of our membership. So if you have one and you need help mastering it and get access to thousands of cut files, hundreds of fonts, and so much fun in our membership, definitely check it out at the first link down below. I hope you guys have a great day. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, subscribe for more Cricut training videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, friends.